Okay.
Serge, I actually have a little bit of an addendum to that next question.
To the next question.
To this question. To the first one.
Okay.
If a creature with first strike does not deal damage during the first strike damage step, and then loses first strike before regular damage, does it deal damage?
So you're saying it doesn't deal damage the first time?
Yes.
Wait, what?
So if first strike happens and it loses first strike, I do not believe it would deal damage in regular strike damage.
Want to see that's correct because I think I answered the same thing on my judge test. I was wrong at the time, and then they changed it because to me that didn't make any sense.
Interesting.
Bruh.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, question number 2.
I cast Fling, sacrificing my Firebrand Archer. Does the Firebrand Archer trigger?
I don't know what Firebrand Archer does. Sorry, give me a second. I'm allowed to look up what a card does. I'm not going to look up rulings.
One of these cards always lies, and the other card always tells the truth. That's what you're saying.
I'm thinking no.
So Firebrand Archer is from Amonkhet, and it says, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Firebrand Archer deals 1 damage to each opponent. Fling says... I said fling.
Sack a creature, fling deals damage.
That's a good number though. 987654332.
Nice.
That would be that's a Steam order that I can definitely get on board with.
That would be phenomenal.
You could raise $987,000.
Yeah, if you hit that precisely, I'd probably also shave my head for that.
yeah.
But you're main.
Yeah, I know. I just
Fling
feel
says, as an additional cost, cast Fling. So this has to do with weird ordering. So Firebrand, every time you cast a spell, you deal it. Fling says you have to sacrifice the card. So it has to do with when you actually pay for the cost. I'm going to say that Firebrand Archer does no damage because it needs to be in play when you cast a spell, and it's not going to be there because you're going to sacrifice as part of the cost. It's going to be in the graveyard, so it's not there to trigger.
Yeah, he did.
You're correct.
Yay! 2 for 2. That's $20.
Hey, Duke Bazaar, thank you for the $500 donation.
Wow!
Yay!
Thank you so much.
What's your shift total?
I don't know.
38,000.
That's not bad.
Cool.
Yeah.
His
Deez.
shift
You've been here
total.
2 hours.
Thank you very much, Duke Bazaar. Thank
Not
you.
even 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's hour 40 minutes.
There's a sorcery and a land in my graveyard.
'Kay.
And I've got a Tarmogoyf.
Ah, classic.
My opponent casts a lightning bolt targeting my Goyf. What happens?
Okay. So this is really neat, and even knowing this rule, I've got this wrong before. So what's going to happen is Tarmogoyf is going to be a 2/3. You're going to cast Lightning Bolt, mark 3 damage on the Goyf. Then you're going to put Lightning Bolt into your graveyard. Goyf has become a 3/4 when it checks state-based actions. Goyf is not going to die, but will have 3 damage marked on it.
Yeah.
So because the check for whether it's dead or not doesn't happen until
It's
after
state-based.
it's in
Yeah.
It doesn't work the way you want it to.
Yeah. Even though it's a 2/3, by the time Lightning Bolt resolves, it will be a 3/4, and so it will not die.
All right.
3 for 3.
Assuming no one does anything and no one attacks, what steps of a turn do we still go through? Isn't that just F6?
Oh, I think they're just asking me to go through absolutely everything. Okay. Turn starts. First thing you do is untap, upkeep, draw, first main, and it's saying I can just skip combat?
Saying nobody attacks.
So nobody attacks. Well, I mean, I think we still go to declare attacker step. Then there's no blockers. We go to declare blockers. Then there'd be damage. Then you go to second main. Then you go to begin, end, turn, clean up, and then the turn ends.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, or did I nail it?
Well, they didn't say declare block. This person didn't say declare blockers because I guess if they didn't, that's true actually. If the person didn't attack with anyone, then there would not be. Would there still be a declare blocker step?
I think I said miss beginning of combat. Did I miss end of combat? Begin and end combat. Okay, I guess I missed that part. Pardon me. All right, I did not get that one right.
Judge's Tower.
Actually, did I just go to attackers? Untap, upkeep, draw, first main, begin combat, declare attackers. I thought I said that. I could have sworn I said
begin combat. You said first main declare attackers.
Did I seriously go straight to declare attackers?
Yes,
That's bad. In my head, I had begin combat. Apologies. Okay, so 3 out of 4.
All right. I have 19 Saprolings,
Okay.
a Mana Vault, and an Epic Struggle in play. can I win the game in my upkeep?
This probably wants to know something about
Epic
having 20
Struggle?
creatures. Let me just
What's-
read
Yeah,
Epic
what does
Struggle.
Epic Struggle do?
So Epic Struggle is a 4-mana green enchantment that says at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more creatures, you win the game.
And what did it say? You had how many saplings?
19 and
So
a
it's
Mutavault.
can-
So it's a
so
timing
it's-
question.
So it's, can you activate the Mutavault before the beginning of your upkeep?
Yeah. I'm going to say no in this case because there's an intervening if clause.
The answer is
No
nope.
dice.
No
Epic
is an-
Struggle is an intervening if, which means you have to have 20 creatures at the start of your upkeep for it to trigger. It also, I guess it says start of upkeep, so there's
Okay.
there's no before start of upkeep.
Yeah. All right, 4 for 5. It's $40 for charity.
Yeah. I activate my Mutavault and then clone it. Is the clone a creature?
No, it will enter as the default value of. It will be an untapped Mutavault with summoning sick, or not. It will be everything that's printed on the word Mutavault.
Ooh, you can tap it for colorless.
That is correct. No copy effects, only copy the card, not any continuous effects
I
on
wanted
the
to
card.
tap it for
All
gray
right,
man.
5 for 6. 5 for 6.
How many are there?
10.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's why we did it after the draw.
Okay, time to ramp up the questions a bit.
Oh, there's harder ones. Okay, but
There are 22 things that state-based actions check for.
Oh
God.
no!
Name 10 of them.
Name 10.
Okay.
Okay, state-based. Are you dead? Like, do you have 0? Like, basically, is your life 0? Do you have 10 poison? They got rid of the Planeswalker uniqueness rule, so there's the legend rule, which now covers all of that. Are auras not attached to anything? Is another one. Does a creature have lethal damage? Is a creature's toughness 0? Is it the same state base that checks +1/+1 counters, -1/-1 counters? Because those remove each other. I'm going to call that number 7.
Yes, it does.
World enchantments is another one, 8. Are you trying to draw from a library that has 0 cards in it? I believe that's a state-based action that kills you. The issue is I'm running through them in my head. I want to make sure I don't duplicate any.
Is that a state-based action?
I'm fairly certain.
Are you a state-based action?
There's so many state-based
Is
actions.
this pen a state-based action?
I've only got 9 so far.
How many are there?
There's 22.
I would just give up and take the $5, right?
Wow.
No, but you only need one more for the.
Oh,
you only,
okay.
only need 10
Yeah,
of the
James,
22.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
that's called? Quitter talk.
I did the
Well, I
world
think
enchantments.
that's
the legendary.
21, and he's not even halfway there.
The
so it's just
Planeswalker
like, you
uniqueness
should
rule
quit.
is gone. I did toughness 0. I did creature damage. I did an aura's not attached to anything. Equipment falling off of something has got to be one.
Ooh.
Yeah, if there's an equipment.
Yes. If it is attached to an illegal permanent, it
Yep.
becomes unattached.
Loyalty counters on a Planeswalker. If the loyalty of a Planeswalker is 0, it should die as a state-based action.
All right, that's 10.
Hey! Okay.
There's a bunch that's like in a two-headed giant game.
Oh,
if a
come
team
on!
has 0,
Yeah.
In a plane chase game, if a
Stop it.
phenomenon is face up in the command zone.
Yeah, we only
Okay.
care about real formats.
Wow.
Ooh.
I,
No,
I
that
was
was-
thinking like 23. When did they add more of those? And then it was, oh, right. All the
Yeah,
other formats
two-headed
that
giant and all that
don't
weird
play.
stuff. Okay.
All right. My opponent has a Trinosphere in play.
Okay.
I would like to cast Gurmag Angler
Okay.
and delve as much as I can.
So Trinosphere.
How much mana must I play in order to cast? Must I pay in order to cast it?
Trinosphere always checks last. Wait. Or is Delve one of the weird ones where you're still paying for it so Trinosphere doesn't care? Oh, curses.
Whoa.
So I don't actually know the interaction between Delve and Trinosphere. For other things like tax effects with Thalia and stuff like that, Trinosphere always checks last.
Okay,
so I have
because-
to make a guess here, and I'm not allowed. I can look this one up, and it only cost me $5. No,
No, you can look at Oracle text.
the issue isn't the Oracle text. The
You're
Oracle
cha-
is the way that Trinosphere works in particular. So it wants you to cast 3. I believe Trinosphere and Delve play well with each other. So I think you're actually fine just casting whatever the creature is for its usual Delve
Mangler.
cost because you're still paying more than 3.
Huh.
So you're saying
It's
so how
being
much?
discounted.
So for
but you are-
Gurmag Ankler, you could pay a single black and exile all the creatures from your deck, and you're finally playing one black mana because you've actually paid with Trinisphere.
You are correct.
Can't believe I got that one. So that's 7 for 8 right now.
Yeah, Trinisphere first checks how much mana you would pay for the Gurmag Angler and sees that you would pay more than 3, so it doesn't apply.
Okay, I'm already above my goal. I was hoping to get 5 out of 10, and I'm at 7.
I like the way people talk about Magic stuff with like as if it has like agency.
Yes.
It's like what happens is the Trinisphere checks, and then while it's not looking, you secretly change it.
All right, I have 2 more, so I've raised $70.
All right. All right. My opponent has Blood Moon in play, and I cast Prismatic Omen.
Okay.
Oh.
What do I pay to cast it?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Oh no, sorry. What happens? Sorry.
What
I jumped
happens? All of your lands are mountains that will be able to tap for any color. Wait. Prismatic Omen says all your lands are all basic land types?
Oh no.
So everything that's in play will be a mountain, and then all of your lands will also be every additional land type. So anything that was is gone, and there'll be all land types in addition to be mountains.
They can't be mountain twice.
Double mountains.
These two cards affect the same layer and are not
Whatever they
dependent on
wanna be,
each other. Therefore, we apply them in timestamp order.
Yep.
So my lands can tap for any color.
All right.
Nice. Last question.
8 for 9. 8 for 9.
Heyo.
I have Kalitas, Trader of Get, in play.
Okay.
My opponent has 2 Grizzly Bears in play.
Not for long.
I cast
Okay.
Anger of the Gods. Anger of the Gods. What happens?
So
Oh.
the person who controls Kalitas also cast Anger of the Gods?
Yes.
Okay, and Kalitas is a 3/4, I believe. I'm going to say, yes, Kalitas is a 3/4. You control both replacement effects. So Anger of the God says if it would die, exile them instead. Kalitas says if they would go to a graveyard, you get a zombie instead. So you would pick which of those replacement effects you want to use. So you could choose if you want to have 2 zombies or if you just want to exile with Anger of the Gods.
I mean, there's a correct choice here.
There are 2 replacement effects trying to affect what happens to the Grizzly Bears.
Yeah?
The player affected or the player who controls the things being affected gets to choose the order of replacement effects.
Oh,
happen.
they get to choose.
What?
So they get to choose
Damn
whether
it.
I get
Oh, okay.
zombies or no
No
zombies.
for you.
The owner of the person being affected chooses, not the owner who controls them. Shoot! I was close. Okay, I still got 8 for 10. I still got 8 for 10. Oh, I was so close!
Damn you, Kalitas.
Not being able to look it up goozled me on that one. That's still not bad.
I still like to call him Cletus.
I mean, if you want,
It's Cletus.
if you want to make yourself look better, you can have me try to make some judge rulings.